everyone. It's Wednesday. It's Wendy's Wednesday. Welcome back. Hi, I'm Wendy, the Scottish Quilter, and it's really nice to see you all back again. Today I put on day 17 of Advent 2025, and you'll see that my granddaughter Summer came in for him that's watched it already, and that I was hanging up some of my bits and bobs from up in the window. The desk is cluttered with lots of wee things, but it's all things I either need or I like or I just like having round about me. So if you like, I'll show you some of them. I'm just giving it a wee clean just now. I'm going to do a bit of sewing, a bit of unwrapping, because I've got something special that I've not even started yet, and I thought I would take you with me on the way. So I'll get back to my cleaning. First of all, I'm just taking away some of the autumn things. There's a wee ceramic autumn plaque that was hanging up. It's gone. And I was putting some of the Christmas things out and just giving the place a wee clean as we go along. Maybe I should bring you a bit closer actually and let you see what I'm doing. Will I do that? I will. I'll bring you closer. Okay, so I'm taking you with me round my table. I've got an extra light here. It says it's a daylight. One Mr. Gonk threw from the rest of the house to let just one be here. On my wee wooden tray, I've got some bits and bobs. There's a tiny little jade plant in here. I used to have Christmas ornaments in there, but I took them out. I've replaced it with a bee, some hand cream, another wee candle, some bee balm, beeswax for thread when I'm hand sewing. And this, I think, is a little fairy, although she looks a bit more like a witch, but she's definitely a fairy, that I got up north of Scotland when I was 18. That's the beeswax. And here is, there's actually something similar to that somewhere, if I find it. Here is a wee worry doll. Now, these dolls you're supposed to put under your pillow if you've got something to worry about, and when you wake up in the morning, your worries should all be gone. I'm going to put them in. Here is a wee stone from Megan. I'm going to put it in here, along with some thimbles. I found some old thimbles as well as the new ones. And this was a wee dish of my mum's. So that's going in there just now. Another wee dish. Oh, it's got a dead spider and some money in it. This is a fancy. Now, we could probably make these. But Anna sent me this last year. And right now, all I keep in it is some elastic. I do have more elastic, but it was in packets. So, trying to tidy up and trying to put things away. And of course, I'm using my left hand, which is not easy. I'll get it later. So that's in there. I found this plastic box until I find a tin, but I'm going to put some needles in it. Here's just some bits and bobs. A daisy for me, a yarndale sheep, and a robin. And they're all on a magnetic sheep, appropriate black face sheep by the looks of things. Needle minder that Anna got me years ago. So that's there. These are for some needles that I've picked up. Talking about black face sheep. I bought this wee cross stitch card kit. I think it's for a card anyway, ages ago, but I'll put that on my to-do list and it can sit in there. Okay, so other things, jade plant, my stepdad's sailor that sat in his room for a while, Captain. One wee ladro that was my gran's, and it's one of the wise men. And a wee photo frame with a saying in it. And this came from Anna. I can't remember if it was last Christmas or a couple of Christmases ago. And it says, encourage one another daily, Hebrew 313, I think it says. Another wee plant, still with the tag on it. What have we got here? Now this is a felted mat, which it's still in pristine condition all these years later, but I got it off Etsy, I think, a while ago. But just recently I was watching Kate and Anna on The Last Homely House, and they made one of these. So at the craft group, and after Christmas, I'm going to get the girls together and see about making one of these, because I promise you there will be much hilarity. And if they let me, we'll need to film their response at some point. Now, what else have I got? I've got some limited amount. There should be more than this, but I don't know where they are. Oh, they're in use, I think. Limited amount of Aurifil threads, because I've just started getting these and started hand sewing. But I also got Kate's hand stitching with The Last Homely House. So she brought out a packet of Aurifil hand sewn threads, which are here. And she always, if anybody ever watches her, she always says this saying, get out of your head and into your hands. And she's really bang on, because anytime you're ever worried or anytime you're ever thinking about anything, you should just get it out of your head and keep your hands busy, and life itself will become a whole lot better. You'll also be making use of something. I found this earlier. This was a basket that we bought. Anne and I bought one each from the SEC the last time we were at the craft fair. But if you look up these women, there's somewhere in Africa. I would like to say Ghana, but I'm not sure. Anyway, if I read up on it, I'll get back to you. But they make handmade baskets. They do them themselves. Some of them come to Britain to sell them at the markets, and I'm sure there'll be sites online that you can get them from. Here's a photograph of Dad with his motorbike, and there's some drawer liners there. Anyway, here's some other things to show you. These are hand felted little pouches that I bought in Wigtown, which is the book village in Scotland. They were really reasonable. I haven't put anything in them yet. Actually, these pins would be better in there than in that plastic box. This is an old purse. This feels like there's something in it. Ah, one of my dad's coins that he's given me. There you go. Haven't lost it after all. So they just sit in there. There's some more leaflets and things in that box. Anyway, they sit in there. And I think I bought this one myself. It's just a wee pouch. Very me. But this one is even more so me. Easily distracted by dogs and sewing machines. Now that's bang on. Now, in that one, I keep my rotary cutters, spare blades. What else? That's about it, I think. Rotary cutters and spare blades. I've actually got some spare blades here. So I'll put them in. And these go in here too. Trying to keep it all tidy. Something's stuck there. I'll get it later. Right, has anybody heard of Mix Weaver, who came out with a design with quilting? You should go by Mix Domestic for fabric weaving reimagined. Actually, it's quite clever. You will see him on YouTube if you want to see him, but I bought these. He's in America and they get sent over. I don't know why that's out, but anyway, I'm going to try that in the new year at some point, so I'll set it there. What else have I got here? I've got 2 new pairs. Now I got them when I was in Dunoon, so I'm going to hang them up. Remember I said I have a wee other worry thing? That's a wee worry face. Anyway, I don't actually know where I got that, but it's in there now. Ah, this is a Higgy crochet and embroidery. Basically it was a wee practice square that we made when the Higgy first came out which was a crochet blanket. I think it was about 2017 or thereabouts, don't quote me. What else have I got on here? I've got all my scissors and a magnifying glass. I've still got some of the nativity set, still one to finish, still one to hand sew. My machine, up here, how do you open this? Now I got this with one Missouri Star. I'll wait to see if I can open it. There. Missouri Star, and I got it. There's a tiny wee pair of scissors in it. I think that's a tiny wee blade. Oh, I can't remember what it is. I'll need to get it out and look at it. She's trying to do all this with one hand. Aha, press the button, Wendy. Oh, it's still not working. Right, we'll come back to that. Okay, I'm back. So, it is a tiny wee blade. Very handy for going away places, isn't it? Just be careful when you're closing it. Scissors, a wee unpicker, a tiny wee thimble. How lovely is this? I'll get it back in the right place. So this is obviously for hand sewing. Nice wee Missouri Star box to add to my boxes and my different bits and pieces around here. This gnome box came from Anna, and it has got in it my name tags. So they're for crochet and for quilting, maybe, depends how we got them on. So that's name tags. In here, what have I all got in here? What's in that one? I don't actually remember what's in that one. Aha! My buttons. So buttons can go back in there because they need to be in use. Oh, what have I got? Salt and pepper, measuring tags, lip balm, wee crocheted daisies, lovely scissors and twine. And here in the background, you'll see a nail. Now that was back in 2013, and that one was in 2014. Just really old pictures that I've always kept. Oh, here's my gonk. There's a gonk in there hiding. He's obviously growing the plants, which is doing well. Here's a load of books and things that I'll do in the new year. Pins. That was a necklace that's fallen to bits, so I might do something with it one day. Here's some little beads. My unpicker. Remote control for my camera. There's a new hanging crystal that's going to go on my wacky new light, but I'll show you that one day. Hand cream. And a breast cancer badge. The breast cancer ribbon is a pink ribbon, for those who don't know. So that means a lot, actually. Some little beads that I bought in Dunoon. Pretty beads, blue of course. And there's the odd bits and bobs round about here. Baby wipes to tidy up. Tiny wee 2.5 inch square fabric for, yep, it is 2.5 inch. A wee tiny charm pack. Anyway, that's there. And a butterfly keyring. And for the life of me, I can't remember where I got that, but it's very recent because it's been sitting here. Haha! And look what else is here. So I found it. And it is my new anemometer. So we'll check if it needs batteries. Probably not, because it'll be wind blown. Anyway, we'll get that worked out. Here's another wee Missouri Star box, and it's got my Liberty squares. These are also 2.5 inches, I think. Need to check. Yep, 2.5 inches, and you'll see what I'm making with that. Just a bit at a time, you know, when I've got some of that time. A nice new ceramic coaster that I got ages ago. So I got 2 like that and 2 just without leaves. And there's another one of my felted mats. There's one in the kitchen, but this one's quite clean. The one in the kitchen is not. That's just some material for leaders and enders. And this, you have to see this. This has been hand woven by a man along the road, and it's a tea towel that was gifted to me from Anne, my friend Anne. Anyway, it's only been washed a couple of times and I keep it for good. And today I had to bring it through with my new ceramic, no handled mug, because I made a cup of tea and it was too hot to carry. So we might need to rethink that and make a jacket for the teacup, and then you won't see it. Hey ho. Always way to fix things. So this is my desk in all its glory. The kids, some of my bits and bobs. Bunting, I'm due to make more bunting. That's a dream catcher that I've had forever. Not that I'll be doing much dreaming here. That's a lovely wee ball with my quirky dolly. Some nice crystals, and see this one in the middle? That was from my friend Margaret away up in Orkney, who sent it to me when I lost Heidi. And here is a delivery driver outside who's now on film. Anyway, we'll go and get him. So now that you've seen a bit of all my bits and bobs round about my desk, until the delivery driver was flashing about the front window, but it was only his head torch was flashing, so nothing to worry about there. Anyway, I had a conversation with him at the back door. So it's his first day in Scotland. He has been sent up from Amazon, from Leeds, because if they come to Scotland where they need lots of delivery drivers to find all these weird places, that quote, weird places, he gets an extra 500 quid for a few days work. And I was like, go on yourself, why no? So it'll come in handy for Christmas. So then he said, what area are you in? And so I told him. And then he said, it's so strange. I said, look, just put everything into Google Maps and you'll be fine. Put the name of the place and Google Maps in, and if you go to a farm, go to the back door. Okay, so he goes away quite happy. Just about to put the kitchen lights off and come back through, and he's back at the door. And I was like, are you okay? Everything okay? Yep, I just have to come to the exact place I dropped off the parcel. And I was like, oh boy, okay. So then he goes away back round the house again. He must be soaking because it's pouring rain out. And he goes away back round to the front, and his van's sitting now there with the lights. Now, I never seen them coming, did you? Lights, I didn't see them coming. Anyway, he goes away back out and sits out there for 10 minutes with no signal, trying to get where he's going to go the next time, so we just left him. Anyway, he's a big boy now. He'll work his own way out. So, meanwhile, I was going to edit it out, actually, and then I thought, do you know that this is just here. This is just here. So, you may as well see all that goes on. Anyway, talking about bunting, when I showed you my nice bunting that's up there, it's all nice and pale and pink and pastel and nice. But I do have a couple of sets of a collection from Calf Facet in 2024. Oh boy, I'll not tell you what that looks like. Remember, I was a midwife. Anyway, it's all about sea urchins and shells and things. So I thought I would make a quilt, like an under the sea quilt, rather than remember the seed packet quilt that came out? Was that this can't have been this year. Anyway, there was a seed packet quilt out maybe a couple of years ago, and it was all about flowers. So maybe I will do one all about creatures under the sea. So I'm not going to use these ones. That one's a bit wacky. Don't know if I want wacky bunting either. These are the wacky ones. Flowers. Yeah, we could have flowers. That's a bit 60s. Flower power and all that. So, Anne once told me a very easy way to make bunting. If you have a 10-inch square and you fold it in half, and I don't have any wee leaders or enders, right? Okay, hopefully this will work. And if you wait to find my foot, which is moved. if you put it in your machine and you just sew down one side, all is well. Let me get it even. And of course, all the pins are in the kitchen at the other sewing machine. Keep it nice and straight. Hold it way back here. And try and keep a consistent 1/4 inch seam. Not quite. Try that again. Still not quite, but it's the corner that kind of went off a bit. Okay, so then you are turning that back round, and I'm going to find something to poke it with. I'll have something up here. I'll just use a pen. I've got a stiletto here, but I'm scared in case that goes through it, so I'll just use a pen, poke it up the corner so it's nice and neat. Now this is easy peasy bunting. You are then going to iron it flat like this. Tuck this in here. You don't even need to sew it again. And then you're going to get a length of material or ribbon or whatever you decide, or string. Need to be thick string, right enough. And there you have a first wee diamond for, not diamond, triangle, for bunting. And if you, how quick is that? So if you do that really quickly, if you do that, you can make bunting in no time. There's some, there's some more nice flowers. So we do have flowers. And then we've got, right, forgive me. What does this look like? Midwives will get it. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I can't make bunting out of that, and nor can I put that in a quilt. But hey ho, we've got flower power bunting. So I thought I'll just show you that quickly while we're here. That's for another day, because there are so many more important things to do. But one thing I wanted to show you was, so I was watching Stitch with Rachel at the beginning of December, and she's got 2 advent calendars, and one was the Missouri. That was a cross between Missouri and Angostura. Does everybody know what Angostura is? Angostura bitters. That's gone back to the 80s. Anyway, Missouri Star Advent Calendar, Jenny's Box Advent Calendar. So Rachel ordered hers a year ago, and I swithered and swithered and swithered and swithered, and I didn't order it. And then I thought, oh, I'm just going to order it, and 0 left. So entirely my fault, and I didn't get one. However, at the beginning of December, Rachel showed us she also had a Tilda fabric one from Hollies Haverdashery. So I ordered one. It was much cheaper than Missouri Star, but it's all fat quarters, a different one every day. And I think on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, I've not even opened it, Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, you get half a metre maybe. I don't know. I'll need to check it. I don't even remember, because it's been so busy around here lately that I haven't even opened it, because there was no point when I was trying to do a Wendy's Wednesday video. So I thought I'll put it on here. For those of you who don't yet follow Rachel, you have to start following her, because she's nearly at 100,000 subscribers. I don't actually know how long she's been doing YouTube for, but it's not been that long. And she's really very good at it. So watch Rachel and you'll see her opening hers up every day. I might open mine up from tomorrow when I'm talking about the rest of the Advent for the rest of the month, but it was too late to start it. I only got it about the 10th or something. So I'll open it just now, and we've got 17 days to open. Anyway, I'll get right on that. Okay, see you in a minute. So, I've got it. I'm quite excited, not that you're going to tell. So this says Hollies Haverdashery Fabric and Yarn. Didn't know they did yarn. And here we have their Advent Calendar. And I think these, from what Rachel said, these are all individual. So I'll open them as I get to them. Do I open them in order, or do I just open them up to number 17? Because I'm going to mix them all up anyway, haven't I? Okay, right, we'll go for it. And I think I have got a very old, I have, is that going to work? Envelope. Green, my favourite colour. So we have a nice green fat quarter, green flowers. It's not really my favourite colour, but anyway. That was number 1. Number 2, they are quite sticky stickers. This is pretty. This is a kind of mustardy yellow with wee tiny roses on it. That's nice. It's here. 3, that's in order. This is quite pastel-y. Blues and pinks and a kind of pale peachy pink on fawn and cream. You could put that with lots actually. 18 will leave, 19 will leave, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Right. What are we on? Number 4. Must have been some sort of order already. Just to be packed in here. Pink. Pink to make the boys wink. That's quite nice. Does anybody remember all these old sayings? I'm probably not meant to say them anymore. This is lovely. Blue and purple. It's trees on it. How nice is that? I like that one. Number 6. Now, did anybody else get any fabric advent calendars this year? And if you didn't get a fabric one, what did you get? This is more trees. And these ones seem to have some blossom on them. Oh no, they don't. It just looks like blossom. It's dark blue flowers. They're on a kind of goldy coloured tree on pink background. It's quite nice. Seven. Another purpley one. Purple and blue. I actually think some of these are different from Rachel's. That's quite nice. Different ones. Surprise every day. So if you watch Rachel opening her advent every day and then watch me opening my advent every day, although mine is talking about different subjects, you'll get to see what we both open. This is number 8 and I definitely don't think she's got this one. So orange with a white polka dot. We'll sort these out in a minute. 8, 9. That's quite different. That's nice. Did we not have a one with big flowers earlier? Quite like that. somebody's taken a lot of time and care in getting these all ready. I wonder how many actually went out across the country. These are definitely different. Now, I do like this. Is it the same? I think it's a different one. Bloomsville collection. Cornflower. It was quite different. I like that. In fact, there's not anything that I don't really like. There's some I might use more than others, but I don't dislike any of them. Number 11. Ah, oh, it is. I thought it had a duck on it, but I don't know if it's a duck or a goose. I think it's a duck. Is it a white duck? Look. How cute is that? Do you know, Neil had ducks once, but he says he couldn't keep a hold of them. They kept disappearing. I don't think we could get ducks just now. I don't think Cocker Spaniels and ducks might mix. But hopefully I might get my chicken run fixed, because a tree fell on my chicken coop a few years ago. More green. Now this one has got little yellow flowers on it, and this is quite pretty. It's a good blender, I think. See? Anyway, a tree fell over in the cottage garden where my chickens were on the chicken house. The chickens escaped unharmed, but at that point there was only 2 left. And anyway, they survived that. But the chicken coop was wrecked, and a couple of days later I had organised to rehome them to Anne because her chicken coop's fine, and when I went out there were no more. Mr. Fox had got them, so I haven't had chicken since. And last year at Christmas, Neil said to me, "What do you want for your Christmas?" I said, "I want you to please fix up my chicken run and build a fence so that the chickens can get out to play and the cockers don't get them, or collie pups don't get them." So it didn't happen. He was too busy. He did fix the fence before springtime, round about where they go. So this year he said to me, "What do you want for your Christmas?" And I said, "All I want is my chicken run so that I can go and get new chickens." So now I've said it to you on here. He said I didn't ask for it last year, but I did. Anyway, number 13. Is this a lucky 13? Paper's actually really tough. Yeah. That's quite pretty too. Yes, another blender. It's a kind of grey colour, a grey-green colour with lime green leaves and little pink flowers. Now Kate would like that, lime green and pink. 14. Brownie. Brownie with pink. 15. Ah, this is different too. It's just blue stripes. That would be quite nice for binding actually, wouldn't it? Look. If you were to make it like that, it would be a good binding. I think the ducks are my favourite. I like this colour. I definitely like this colour. What number was that? 15, 14. Ah, little purple houses. I have had quite a bit of purple, haven't I? That must have been 16. What was that? 16. So we're on 17. Last one. This is the 17. And we've got more pink and purple. I think I've got the pink and purple box. Cool. So that's us up to date. This is the Christmas one. I think that's more than I have. I think that's definitely more than half a metre. So we have 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. They're still to come. Now, if I fold this back up and we put them all in a sort of colour order, do you know, talking about colour order, I remember when I first went off with my back and I colour coordinated the wardrobe. I was so bored not being at work, and when I could do basic things, I colour coordinated the wardrobe. It's not like that now. Make this pretty. So most of them are flowers, I think. Purple. Blue, blue, brown, the wee pink flowers. That's a different one. Polka dots and stripes. Purple again. That one in here. That's more reddy. And that's more pink. That's quite bright pink. Blue. That one's pretty. Pastel-y. I will put that red one somewhere else. Result. Well, there really wasn't that much pink, green and brown, was there? The mustard one's nice, I like it. I do like these ones. But where am I going to put that one? I'll just put it in here just now. Lots of purple. There's these two odd ones. Probably not meant to be in there. Right, how's that? Now you can see the variety so far, and I'm pretty sure it's very much different from Rachel's. Do you like it? Okay, I think that's enough for today. Oh, the red one. Otherwise you'll get bored listening to me, so I'll go and see what I can watch on YouTube tonight. I quite like watching Marian's World. In fact, I really like watching Marian's World. She's also doing her mantelpiece advents, and it's really nice to hear what she has to say. I've also been going back and watching some of her YouTube videos from earlier. And Kate and Anna from the last Hollies House, they're always fabulous to watch. Another one I've been watching is Jude. Oh, what's his YouTube? Oh, Rewilding Jude. See, blonde moment. Oh, it's blonde now. It's white, but anyway. And I was never blonde, actually, it was dark. Anyway, Rewilding Jude. So that's Marian's World, Marian's Garden, The Last Hollies House, The Last Hollies Garden, Stitch with Rachel, she's fab, and Rewilding Jude. These are my YouTube go-tos, and sometimes when I forget the day, especially when I think it's Friday and it's actually only Thursday, I go to watch everything that's coming out on a Friday night and they're not out, or a Sunday. But you've got me on a Wednesday, on Wendy's Wednesday. So from me and Lexi, who's in the background, and all my bits and bobs, no dogs tonight, I will see you tomorrow for Advent, and I'll see you next Wednesday, which is Christmas Eve. Mrs. Claus is coming the next day. I'll see you then. Okay, love you all, bye. Oh, before you go, remember, thumbs up. Please, please, please subscribe and give me thumbs up, please, because it will help me get all over the world. Share if you like. Please add a comment. Feel free to tell me, like my daughter did today, that I am certified after she watched my video of me climbing up here. Obviously the painkillers were in good form then, because 2 hours later I could barely walk. But hey ho, take it when it's going. Okay, right, I'm muttering nonsense. Please like, subscribe, comment. Love you all, bye.